Let's talk about something brutally honest. Every day you wake up, you are either moving closer to your dream or wasting your life. There's no in between. Most people don't lose their potential overnight. They lose it quietly, one lazy morning at a time. They scroll a little longer, procrastinate a little more, make one more excuse, and before they know it, another year is gone. Time doesn't announce its departure. It just disappears, leaving behind a pile of regrets for those who never valued it. If you want 2026 to be different, you must audit your time before life audits you. Look at your calendar, look at your habits, look at how many hours you spend on meaningless things that bring you no return, no growth, no fulfillment. You say you don't have time, but your screen time says otherwise. You say you want success, but your daily actions don't reflect it. Life is not withholding success from you. It's just matching your level of seriousness. You can't keep wishing for a better life while living like your time is unlimited, because it's not. One day, you'll wake up and realize that the tomorrow you kept counting on is gone. People keep waiting for motivation to show up, but motivation is temporary. Discipline is permanent. The world doesn't care if you feel like it. The rent is still due. The opportunities are still taken by those who act. The successful didn't wake up inspired every day. They woke up committed. Discipline isn't punishment. It's the price of freedom. When you stay disciplined, you no longer live life at the mercy of your emotions. You start living by design, not by default. Freedom doesn't come from avoiding hard work. It comes from earning control over your time, your habits, and your mind. Stop telling yourself you'll start when you're ready. You'll never feel ready. Nobody ever does. The only difference between those who make it and those who don't is that one group acts through fear while the other hides behind it. Every time you choose comfort over progress, you're voting against your own future. Every time you delay, life delays its rewards. The moment you start taking your time seriously, the universe starts taking you seriously. You weren't born just to pay bills and chase temporary pleasures. You were born to create, to build, to leave something that outlives you. Legacy isn't about fame, it's about impact. It's about doing something today that makes the world slightly better tomorrow. The problem is most people never even get started because they're too busy watching others live their dreams. They underestimate how much they can do in 5 years because they overestimate what can happen in 1 month. The truth is, if you start now and stay consistent, by the time everyone else wakes up, you'll already be ahead. Stop trying to escape pressure. Pressure is what makes you great. Every champion, every leader, every icon you admire was forged under it. Diamonds don't shine without heat. Muscles don't grow without resistance. And your potential will never expand if you keep running from the things that challenge you. When life gets hard, don't ask why me. Ask, what is this trying to teach me? Because the moments that break most people are the same moments that build the strongest ones. If you can hold yourself together when everything is falling apart, that's when you're becoming someone unstoppable. Too many people live their entire lives waiting for a sign. When the sign has always been the ticking clock, time doesn't pause. It doesn't care if you're ready. It doesn't wait for your circumstances to be perfect. You don't get to hit restart. You get to decide right now what the next chapter of your life looks like. If you died tomorrow, would you be proud of how you've spent today? Because that's the real audit, not how much money you made, but how much of your potential you used. There's a version of you that exists on the other side of your excuses, a version that's disciplined, focused, and unstoppable. That version is waiting for you to show up. Every time you choose growth over comfort, you get one step closer to becoming that person. Every time you choose to stay focused when distractions call your name, you reclaim your power. So stop wasting your life. Stop waiting for someone to hand you permission to live with purpose. Stop letting your dreams die in the shadow of procrastination. The life you want doesn't come to the person who wants it the most. It comes to the person who's willing to earn it. If you want 2026 to be your breakthrough year, you must kill every excuse that kept you small in 2025. When the world sleeps, work. When it doubts you, believe. When it pressures you, rise. Because years from now, when you look back, you won't remember the comfort you protected. You'll remember the moments you pushed through. Time is the most valuable currency you'll ever own. Spend it wisely, because once it's gone forever. This is your reminder. Life is short. Dreams fade. Clocks keep ticking. So wake up, get up, and move with purpose. Stop wasting your life, because if you don't take control of your story, someone else will write it for you, and their version won't include your greatness. Every single day that passes is either a deposit or a withdrawal from the account of your life. Most people live like their time is unlimited, like they've got years waiting for them. But time doesn't work like money. You can't save it. You can't earn it back. And once it's spent, it's gone forever. When you audit your time, you start to see the brutal truth. Most of what you call busy is just distraction disguised as productivity. You scroll, you chat, you check notifications, you binge a show, you do 100 little things that don't move you even 1 inch closer to your goals, and yet you tell yourself you're tired, you're working hard, you're doing enough, but deep down you know you're not. Audit your time before life audits you, because life has a way of exposing the truth. One day you'll look back and realize how much potential was wasted, not because you didn't have opportunities, but because you mismanaged your hours. You can't keep saying, I don't have time, while giving your attention to things that have no return. Every hour spent complaining, comparing, or waiting is an hour stolen from your destiny. When you start tracking how you spend your day, you'll be shocked at how much of it goes to meaningless habits that add nothing to your future. You say you want success, but your schedule doesn't reflect it. You want to get in shape, but your calendar has no workout time. You want to build a business, but your evenings belong to Netflix. You want peace of mind, but your mornings start with chaos. The gap between your words and your habits is where all your potential leaks out. It's not that you don't have time. It's that you don't manage it with intention. Time is the ultimate mirror. It reflects what you truly value. If you spend it carelessly, it means you don't value your own life enough to direct it. Every successful person you admire has one thing in common. They are ruthless with their time. They don't waste energy on gossip, negativity, or meaningless distractions. They treat time like a sacred resource because they understand it's the one thing they can never replace. You have 24 hours just like them. The difference is how you choose to spend them. The truth is your habits are your future in disguise. The way you spend your time today is a preview of where you'll be tomorrow. So ask yourself, who controls your hours? You or your distractions? How many minutes are you giving away every day to things that don't serve you? Audit your time with the same seriousness a business audits its finances. Every wasted hour is like a silent expense, eating away at your potential profits. Start cutting the activities that drain your focus. Replace them with actions that compound your growth. Replace meaningless comfort with meaningful progress, because life will audit you eventually. It'll test whether you use your time wisely. It'll show you results, good or bad, based on how you spend your years. Regret doesn't come from failure. It comes from realizing you had the time, but you didn't use it. You had the chance, but you didn't act. You had the dream, but you chose distraction instead. Don't wait until life shows you the invoice for wasted years. Audit yourself now. Value your time now, because when you start mastering your hours, you start mastering your destiny. Discipline is the bridge between who you are and who you want to become. Most people run from it because they think it limits their freedom, when in reality, it's the only thing that gives them freedom. Without discipline, you're a slave to your impulses, your emotions, your distractions. You wake up late because your feelings said 5 more minutes. You miss opportunities because your mind said, I'll do it tomorrow. You waste energy fighting battles that discipline could have already solved. Discipline isn't about restriction. It's about control. It's not punishment. It's protection. It protects you from the chaos that comes from living without structure. When you build discipline, you build trust with yourself. Every time you keep a promise you made to you, your confidence grows. Every time you push through the resistance, your self-respect increases. Success isn't built on motivation, it's built on discipline. Motivation will get you started, but it fades fast. Discipline keeps you moving. When motivation disappears, you can't wait to feel like it, you have to act like it. Because the truth is, the people who succeed don't feel like it most days either. They just do it anyway. They know that emotions are temporary, but results are permanent. Discipline is the ability to do what needs to be done, especially when you don't feel like doing it. That's where freedom lives. When you control your habits stop controlling you. When you manage your time stops slipping away. When you take charge of your body, where body stops holding you back. Freedom is not doing whatever you want. It's having the power to do what's right without being held hostage by laziness or fear. The people who live without discipline think they're free because no one tells them what to do, but they actually trapped by the comfort they worship. Look around. The person who's free financially had the discipline to save and invest when others spent. The person who's fit and healthy had the discipline to eat clean and train when others made excuses. A person who's mentally strong had the discipline to say no to negativity and yes to growth. The discipline demands short-term sacrifice, but it rewards you with long-term freedom. Comfort, on the other hand, gives you short-term pleasure and long-term pain. The irony is that the pain of discipline is always lighter than the pain of regret. Most people want results, but they don't want routine. They want progress, but not process. They want freedom, but not the responsibility that comes with earning it. Discipline isn't glamorous, it's repetitive, it's boring, it's quiet. But that's where greatness is built. While others are sleeping, the disciplined are building. While others are distracted, the disciplined are focused. While others are complaining, the disciplined are executing. And years later, when the results appear, people call it talent or luck, but it was just discipline done daily. You don't need to overhaul your life overnight. You just need to win one small discipline at a time. Wake up when you said you would follow through on what you promised. Do the thing you keep avoiding, because every small win compounds. Every discipline day builds the muscle of consistency. And eventually, that consistency turns into freedom. The kind of freedom where you don't need external motivation to move, because the system inside you is stronger than the noise around you. So stop treating discipline like it's punishment. It's the price of control. And control is the foundation of real freedom. Discipline doesn't cage you. It liberates you from the version of yourself that wastes potential. The undisciplined life might look free from the outside, but it's filled with invisible chains of procrastination, chaos, and regret. Discipline breaks those chains one decision at a time. When you live with discipline, you stop being a victim of circumstance and start becoming the author of your destiny. That's not punishment, that's power. Every person gets one life, one window of time to leave a mark. The question isn't how long you'll live, it's what will live because of you. Most people move through life chasing comfort, chasing approval, chasing temporary satisfaction, but none of those things last. You can't take your car, your house, or your status with you when you're gone. What you leave behind is not what you own, it's what you've built. The people who change the world, who are remembered long after they're gone, understand this truth. The purpose of life isn't survival, it's creation. Building something that outlives you doesn't always mean founding a company or writing a book. It can mean building a family with integrity, building a mindset that impacts others, building a message that continues to inspire, or building a business that serves people long after you're gone. Legacy isn't about fame, it's about influence that endures. It's about doing something today that someone will thank you for tomorrow. It's about leaving fingerprints on hearts, not just signatures on contracts. The goal is to live in such a way that when people talk about you years from now, they say, because of that person, my life got better. The reason most people never build something that lasts is because they're addicted to immediacy. They want quick results, instant feedback, overnight validation, but anything that lasts takes time. Trees that stand for centuries don't grow in a week. Empires aren't built between paychecks. If you want your work, your words, your effort to outlive you, you have to think beyond the moment. You have to build with intention, knowing that not everything great gives you instant gratification. Real builders play the long game. They understand that consistency compounds. Every disciplined day adds a brick, every lesson, every failure, every repetition. It's all part of the construction. You don't need the world's attention. You need to create something that matters. Build value, not vanity. Stop chasing applause and start chasing impact. Your purpose will never be found in how many people know your name. It's in how many lives you've touched, how many people you've lifted, how many problems you've solved. When you stop living only for yourself, life begins to reward you differently. The person who builds for others always finds meaning deeper than success itself. Think about the people who came before you. Someone's discipline gave you education. Someone's vision gave you technology. Someone's courage gave you freedom. You are standing on the shoulders of people who decided to build instead of consume. The question is, will someone be able to stand on yours? Will the next generation benefit from your effort, your ideas, your character? Because if not, you're only existing, not living. Building something that outlives you requires sacrifice. It means doing things that won't always pay off immediately. It means staying consistent when no one's watching. It means being misunderstood by people who live for comfort while you're working for purpose. It's choosing meaning over popularity, substance over noise. Most people spend their entire lives consuming what others created. Very few step up to create something worth consuming. You have to decide which one you'll be. When you build something that outlives you, you stop fearing death, because even when your time ends, your impact continues. Your voice echoes in the actions of others. Your lessons live on in those you've taught. Your courage becomes a spark for someone else's fire. That's what it means to live fully, to plant seeds in a garden you may never see bloom. So whatever you do it with purpose. If you're building a business, make it one that changes lives. If you're raising a family, raise leaders. If you're creating art, let it tell truth. If you're sharing ideas, make them timeless. Don't just exist, construct, don't just breathe. Build, because in the end, the measure of your life won't be in how long you live, but in how deeply your life continues to live in others. That's legacy, that's immortality earned through impact, and that's the only thing time can't take away. Pressure is not your enemy, it's your greatest ally if you learn how to use it. Every person who's ever accomplished something meaningful has walked through seasons of intense pressure. The only difference between those who rise and those who break is how they respond to it. Pressure reveals what's inside you. It exposes your character, your discipline, your endurance. It shows you what you're made of when life squeezes you. Without pressure, there is no growth, no strength, no greatness. You can't build resilience and comfort. You can't discover your limits in safety. Every legend, every champion, every visionary was molded in moments of struggle. People want success without stress, progress without problems, and recognition without resistance. But that's not how life works. Pressure is the price of progress. The dream you want comes with the weight to carry it. Everyone prays for the blessing, but no one prays for the burden that builds them into the kind of person who can handle it. The truth is, pressure introduces you to your higher self. It strips away your excuses and forces you to choose. Will you crumble or will you climb? The people who achieve greatness don't run from pressure. They lean into it because they know that's where transformation begins. When you lift weights, your muscles only grow because of tension. When you build a business, it only succeeds because of constant challenges. When you train your mind, it only sharpens through adversity. Pressure refines your focus. It removes the unnecessary and forces you to prioritize what truly matters. When life gets tough, it's not punishing you. It's preparing you. It's testing your ability to adapt, to persist, to stay calm under fire. Every storm you survive gives you confidence for the next one. Every test you pass adds another layer to your strength. You can't develop courage if everything's always easy. There's a reason why diamonds form under extreme heat and pressure. They start as simple carbon, no different from anything else. But through years of pressure, they become rare, valuable, unbreakable. You're the same way. Life will put you under heat. It will press you from all sides. It will test your patience, your faith, your resilience. That's not punishment. That's refinement. It's the universe asking, how badly do you want it? Most people quit the moment. Life gets uncomfortable, not realizing that discomfort was the doorway to their next level. The pressure you're avoiding today is the breakthrough you're praying for tomorrow. Stop asking for things to get easier. Start demanding that you get stronger, because the moment you stop running from pressure is the moment you start owning your power. Pressure forces you to evolve, to think differently, to act decisively. It pushes you beyond the limits your comfort zone created. It turns uncertainty into hunger, and hunger is the fuel of greatness. Without hunger, there's no fire. Without pressure, there's no purpose. You need both. When everything feels like it's closing in, remind yourself, this is where champions are made. Not when everything's going right, but when nothing is. The ones who become great aren't the ones who had it easy. They're the ones who refused to quit when it got heavy. They carried the weight, they learned from it, and they came out sharper. That's what separates average from exceptional. Pressure is the teacher of greatness. It doesn't care about your excuses, only your response. So the next time you feel the weight of life pressing down on you, don't curse it, thank it. That pressure means you're being trusted with something bigger. It means life sees potential in you that you might not yet see in yourself. Use it, channel it, grow through it, because one day when you look back, you'll realize that every tough season, every sleepless night, every moment you almost gave up, that was the training ground. That was where your greatness was born. When it's all said and done, your life will be a reflection of what you chose to do with your time, your discipline, your vision, and your pressure. Most people will look back and see a blur of wasted potential, moments lost to distraction, dreams that never made it past someday. But you don't have to be one of them. You can choose differently. Right now, you can decide that 2026 won't just be another year that passes, but the year you finally wake up, take control, and build something that matters. You've got one shot at this life, one chance to do something with the time you've been given. Don't waste it waiting for perfect conditions. They'll never come. Don't waste it trying to please people who don't even believe in themselves. Don't waste it hiding behind fear or comfort. Life is moving whether you're ready or not, and every day you hesitate, you lose ground that could have been yours. Audit your time before life audits you. Master your discipline so you can earn your freedom. Build something that will outlive you, something that gives meaning to your days. And when pressure shows up, don't back away, embrace it. That's where your next version is forged. The difference between those who merely survive and those who truly live isn't luck, it's decision. Decide that your life is worth more than entertainment and excuses. Decide that your dreams deserve commitment, not convenience. Decide that you'll stop wasting your life and start owning it. Because one day, time will run out. And when it does, you'll want to look back knowing you gave it everything. So stand up, take a breath, and move with purpose. The world doesn't owe you anything, but your future is waiting for you to claim it. Stop wasting your life. Start living it like it actually means something, because it does.